Hi there, Crypto here. Okay, so yesterday a friend of mine sent me a message on WhatsApp saying XRP won their case. Good news, but it's not gone up as expected. I replied like, no, they didn't. And I got him to sort of show me what he'd seen, which was this, where he'd Googled XRP lawsuit and date. And then there was this result here from Google. If you actually read it carefully, it actually says, while there is no definitive end date, experts within the XRP community, I suppose, speculate that Judge Annalisa Torres may announce the final verdict in June or July. Okay, so it doesn't actually say that they won, but it's got me thinking, okay, this is a technique that we use when we're doing digital marketing, which I've done for the last 20 odd years. And this is a way how you can get Google to show results that are yours rather than somebody else's. So I did a little search myself and I searched for, did XRP win lawsuit? By the way, XRP is the crypto, Ripple is the company, just to clear that up. Anyway, it said here, even worse, like, Ripple has emerged victorious in the lawsuit. And I was thinking, okay, that's quite clever. Then I did notice this is the 1st of April, so I think this was just an April Fool's joke. This is what they call a featured snippet in Google, okay? Now, what that is if you look at this article on, this is Backlinko, quite a famous search engine optimization website. And it talks here about featured snippets. And basically what you do, you kind of create an article and you create a paragraph or something within that answers a certain question. For example, what they did here, to give an example, was they did like how to get more subscribers on YouTube. And then within the article, they'd written 17 ways to get more YouTube subscribers and then done a list, in kind of bullet points. And Google sees that and it thinks, oh, that's a good way we can show a featured snippet without people actually even going to the website. And there are various kind of featured snippets. You can have ones like this, that's like a list, which gives an answer. You can have ones that just pull out a kind of recipe like that, and it sometimes has an image, which is brilliant. If you can get one with an image, it's fantastic because people always click things with images. This one here has even got a bit of text pulled out for rich snippets, which is actually the Backlinko site. These are fantastic results, and in the search engine optimization industry, or SEO, we call this position 0 because you can actually rank above the person who is quite rightly ranking number 1 for that phrase. Now, obviously, the thing to do here is to have a phrase with something like, what are the best gas barbecues available in the UK in 2023? And then you can do a list on your website and it will pull up a kind of list which will look similar to this. And then, of course, what you do, you put your Amazon affiliate link in there and people click through, they buy a barbecue and you get commission. Actually, it's even better than that with Amazon because even if they don't buy it, it puts a cookie on their computer. And if they buy anything from Amazon in the next 30 days, you get commission. So that's quite cool. So this is something we've used in SEO for many, many years now. And it was quite hilarious at one point because there was a friend of mine who was ranking who is the most beautiful woman in Manchester. And there he was in a mankini, and it was quite gross, actually. But that's not true. He's a very beautiful man. But it was a really good example of how you can totally abuse the Google algorithm and get these featured snippets in with your product. Okay. Now, it turns out in this case, it was this one on cryptoticker.io that comes out here. And I think this is just an April Fool's joke because it actually does say, that they won. So this is a complete lie. So that's what's coming out number 1 in Google. XRP didn't move, of course, but I did have a quick look because I was thinking, oh, wow, I've got a trade going on with XRP. And this was yesterday, and the price didn't really move that much. It would have been good because I've actually got this trade going on here. It's not a big one, unfortunately. It's only $162, but it is currently 115% in profit. So that's like 368 XRP, which is quite cool. so 10x long. I'm actually hoping this will go up a lot more, and indeed, if Ripple do win the case, then I can see this going up to like $1 or so, and something like a doubling in price from where we are now, which is about 50 cents. If that went up to $1, which is a 100% increase, and I'm on 10x leverage, that would actually go up 1,000%, which is fantastic. But we'll have to see what happens. I've actually got a stop loss set down here somewhere, just in case they don't win the court case and the price comes plummeting down. Although I think if they don't win, it'll come down and it will drag all the altcoins with it. So that would be a terrible day. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. Actually, just looking back at the past performance, I mean, XRP was actually up to nearly $2 in April 2021. But that was when everything was, crazy. That was when Bitcoin was at nearly 70 grand. But there's no reason why it can't go back there again. So looking for something, along the sort of $1.20, that kind of level is very, very feasible, I think, if Ripple do win that lawsuit. But yeah, as I say, we'll have to see. It's not going to happen straight away, though. It's going to take a few weeks or possibly months before we actually know the result from that. Meanwhile, I've got a few other trades going on. I've got like that XRP one, but in addition, I've got like a Bitcoin one that's a bit underwater. That's because I did a rubbish entry. I've got a little tiny dot one that's 22% in profit, and I've got an Ethereum one that's 6% in profit. But this isn't the account that I talk about on the Telegram group. The one I've got there, I'll show you that. So this one here is actually a sub account, and this is the one we started off with $200. It's currently at $259. If we go to inverse contracts, you'll be able to see the current trade going on there. Now, I did a really not very good entry on this, and the actual entry was at $27,097, not 98 almost, and currently we're only like 0.27% in profit, which is not very good. I have set a take profit up here at 27.4. I think that's probably a reasonable level to look for. I'll show you why. Well, actually, there's a few things really, but the one that springs to mind is this this kind of thing, which I think is a bull flag. I think that's reasonably, well defined, and it looks to me like it's kind of broken out. So, what you would expect there would be if it just sort of go out and then retest and then go up. Now, is that reasonable? Well, I think as well, looking back here, I can see here a double bottom, which is one of my favourite things in the whole world. And also, if I was to just remove these drawings and then put on this indicator, which is called the VWAP, Standard Deviation Bands version 2 mod. Okay, that gives these like red areas here and the green areas down here. And, obviously this expands and contracts as it goes along. So if it does rip to the upside, then it will do my take profit, and I'll be out of the trade and I'll have to look for another one. But it's fairly reasonable that it should go up into this area here, which is about 27,411, something like that. So that's what I'm looking for at the moment. And if you want to know about all this, or you want to discuss stuff as well, you can get to my free Telegram group by going to savewith.crypto.org/TG. And there's actually 2 Telegram groups there. There's a kind of announcement one where I, tell you what I'm doing with that trade, and a second one where, you can discuss stuff. And you basically get the link for the second one when you join the first one. And that's there just to try and keep spammers out, because as we can see, things aren't always as they seem. So there you go. The purpose of this video was to show you that Google don't write the news, and in fact anybody can put anything on the internet, and people can take it as being true or not true. But in this case, it isn't true that the Ripple lawsuit was won. So Not yet, but I'm still hopeful it will happen. Okay, so yeah, that was a bit of a weird video, that one, but nevertheless, give it a like and leave a nice comment, and above all, tell your friends.